Hi teammates. I'll try to make this video short, but we'll go over a few things. This is my closet and I've got my bookshelf in here. It's a minor collection. I used to have a bookshelf that had my Howard Hughes book and a few others like Earthsea and a couple others, but it got, lost in the move and everything. And we've been in many houses throughout my life. My family moves a lot. Most of the time in the same town, just different houses. But I live in Las Vegas now, and, things are going okay. I'm just trying to get through, but I have struggles just like anyone else, and I'm trying to stay on the narrow path with Jesus. So just want to show you my books here. Dinosaur art, pretty cool, this one. I use that for some dinosaur ideas and stuff for creatures and everything, so I know what it is that the vision is tied to. The way it all comes to me is like a flood. I have to act kind of quickly with getting it all down on paper. That's just how God and me work, kind of like. He calms me down with the food that I eat and everything, and he's been calming me down for a while because I have kind of a tendency to tap on things, and I'm like a slow kill hyper type deal. I'm not like hyperactive, but I don't know. I used to have kind of a short fuse, but I've gotten over that a little bit. But God helps me out. But these are just magazines, but I got this here as well. Selkirk Settlement. This is the works of Miles McDonald. This is really important because this was a reincarnation of Jesus, in my opinion. You may disagree, but I believe that Jesus was this Miles McDonald. And, later on, and after he had been on the cross and everything and gone into the earth for 3 days and everything. So, but this is it. So in it, he talks about the fallen angels. He had to fight against the fallen angels with all of the dealings with coming over to America from, I believe he was from Scotland, and he talks about the Irish coming over and how he wanted the Irish way of life to kind of blend into America and have an influence on America, but he was also very Macedonian, he was trying to blend everything in, but in a good way. And that's what it was teaching me, because it was that was supposed to be how America would remain Christian for the whole world, and be the beacon of light for the whole world, is through that, because the Irish were on the lesser side of the fallen angels, because if you go into the doomed Scots and everything, they're like the redeemed ones kind of deal with the 10 sins and all that. So, that's why he makes mention of it there, but really he was trying to keep it all Christian. And he talks about the natives and the slaves too, and he had people escape from ships and stuff that were the people that he was dealing with in business, and they would do getaways and stuff real quick, and he'd be like, this is a crazy business, that I'm dealing with here. It's most dreadful and everything. And he kind of complains a little bit, but all the names are like the fallen angel type dealings. So I recommend that book for sure. And I haven't finished it. I haven't finished any of these really. So I'm a slow reader, and I've been having trouble with my reading. And I showed this one before. This is a cool comic or graphic novel, I guess I should say, to be specific, but that's a good one. And I've been having trouble reading. It's from getting the game bow of Marlon Brando. When I stole that ring or something. It's something with it, or maybe everyone has it now, but it's like, maybe it's because Obama is at an office in DC, like controlling all the Wikipedia and stuff and changing things. That's why I kind of, like, I talked to God the other day and got mad. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not even looking at the right stuff barely. Like, it's all being changed around and stuff. But he still has me on Wikipedia doing the stuff, so I'm going to continue until he says stop. But it's crazy. Or whoever's up there, Gondel, or, whoever's actually in charge right now of, defending the world, Valner Kanzu, whoever you want to say. But I hate to get mad at the women, but it's like, man, I'm doing all I can with this Wikipedia, but I mean, we gotta move on with something, get something going here. But I'm grateful for the hosts and everything, but also I'd like to be more on the wisdom side. And if I have trouble reading, the words will look different. It'll be like the word skip, and or I'll think it's skip, but it's really like dog or something. And I'm like, and I keep reading, and then I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And then I go back and I'm like, it's dog, it's not skip. So it's like an induced dyslexia or something. I'm trying to get over it, but I wonder if anyone else has that problem right now. If the Watchmen are having that problem, I don't know. This one right here, The Grand Gypsy. Good book so far. I like it. It's about this guy. The snake's name in this is actually Satan, Satana. And he was like a real strong circus type guy. And it's the beginnings of the circus. And the gypsies were... they were all over the world coming out of the Roman Empire. So there's that, if you want to relate that to the bathtub and all that, but the gypsies they were like strong guys. They weren't like clowns. Like, it's been, they've made a mockery of that Italian style too today, with just the clowns and stuff. But I know that there's... you can say there's glory in the clowns though too. I know, but but the Freemasons are all clowns. If you walk into a Freemason building, you'll see pictures of clowns. It's all clown stuff. So this right here, great book, really detailed, about Lee Harvey Oswald, who we say was Phares in the Bible, who started the line of King David, basically. And, I believe that he did not kill Kennedy. That's what I believe. I don't think that he killed him. So I think that he was a patsy, and that for saying he was a patsy, he had to go through burdens, So, and then these two I just got... I'd like to read this, but it should be pretty good. And then this one right here, I got because I know all about Phoebus from Notre Dame, and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. So I thought Earbus, this could be something worth reading. Okay, then I got the Message Bible here. You can see this. The Message Bible, and this right here, just a good, fiction read. The Name of Wind. I heard it's real detailed, so, and he'll relate things from like books that he wrote long ago, and people like you have to remember it all and stuff. So I thought that'd be a good challenge or whatever, but this is my back scratcher. Notice the year 96. Possible start of that Japanese macaque creature, but it's a back scratcher. That's the only trophy I brought with me. But and then this right here. Gnostic Gospels, all this, the other Bibles. So, and then I've got a bunch of comics, comics, pretty cool ones. Some were from Mitch, my cousin Mitch, who I believe was a reincarnation of Jesus as well. I know that sounds crazy, but it makes sense, He was into like Hellraiser and Playboy and stuff, and he lived he played Tetris and everything. He was in the basement of my Aunt Dee Dee and Uncle Don's house, and he had a football accident, and when that happened, and then my Uncle Johnny played football and was hurt. So I did not play football, and people always ask me, they're like, "You're a big guy, why didn't you play football?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a swimmer, so it's different." But might have something here. Arthur Wallis Lewis Morris. That's the phrase on Gematria. 2872 Jewish and 96 septenary. So multiplied those, 9.6. 2757 1.2. So it's used in Timothy, Kinophonia, Empty Talk, 2757 Greek, and 1 Samuel 17:18, cut of cheese for David to give army before battling Goliath. Chariots, cut, thing cut, sharp instrument, Hebrew 2757. So two sides of Ehud sword, or like your mom and your dad sort of thing. This is for everyone, but this is specifically the it figure, or the replacement it. And then G, it's Abe, is what that is what that equals there, with the point, the 1.2, Abe 192 would be 1.2. So then here it is right here. So Kenoff 1IAA 92 birth. So if you break that down, that equals the sword for the two-sided sword of Ehud, which is the Megaran, which is the mom and dad. So it was like, if I was these two people, or if I were these two people, then that would be why I have the Megaran, because they were the two sides. Their names even mean, my mom and dad, and that's just another way of looking at it. But the names are important, and they'll use things from like the media and stuff in the names, and the names usually represent like that person's life, how they lived, or whatever. So not always, or it'll be an event in their life or something, or maybe they'll just have the name of someone else, but stay with me here. Three sides of pyramid in Garden of Eden, Joe Pesci, are the fire extinguisher, tech and time, and true spirit of Spinosaur, mushroom bull shark. So now here's an example of having the name of someone else is tech and time here. That's my name, and that represents Grok's his time away, his like 40 days that he took off from doing the Grok's videos, which was over the summer, which was the Eden videos that I had. But he took off because he had computer trouble and everything. And I had actually visited California at the beginning of the summer, and I did not see him, but I think that had something to do with, that was like the same timing as him having computer trouble. So it's like the shine there was messed up or something. But so that's my name, is that time there, because he is the rock, like God's rock sort of thing, as the shepherd. So, Brock Patrick Bedingfield is what that would be. So B Eden, G Phi Eld as the shine sort of thing. So L. Morris, fire extinguisher, and Arthur Wallis, true spirit of Spinosaur, mushroom bull shark. Okay. So, let me get this here. Now, creature standing like a man, humanoid. These are the... Now, we're doing something big today. We're doing the creatures that are inside the pyramid, okay? This is the Joe Pesci pyramid, and most likely the pyramid on the $1 bill, like the pyramid in your eye, you know, with the eagle, you know, all that. So, and it has a base. It's not the upside down pyramid, but there's 3 creatures inside the pyramid. So, creature standing like a man, it's humanoid, just as Daniel 7, you know, as the lion stood up as a man. That's how I'm picturing this here. It's a creature standing like a man, and what it is cochineal dactylopius coccus mixed with Armenian cochineal, which is Porphyrophora hameli. Okay. Now this one had only 5 teeth in the mouth, talking as James Donald Hall, talking as he would talk, sort of thing. Not he is not James Donald Hall, but he's talking like he talks. Okay, so, and that's Lewis Morris. Okay, so then, well, we'll go to this one. Okay, the second one. Now this one's humanoid, and same as the first one, but it's a Horola. Just a Horola, you know, that's all I saw. It's a Horola. I didn't see anything specific that it covers anything, like underneath it's something different or anything. It's not like that. It's just a Horola. Standing as a man. 10 teeth as James D. Hall. Again, talking like James D. Hall. It is not James D. Hall. Okay. So, because we've said before, like some creatures might have the voice of someone else that's like a wheel operating them or something, or driving them, but it's not like that. He just talks like he would talk, like he was around them a lot, you know, but they didn't know each other. I'm just saying. Arthur Wallis, okay, is that one. Now, this is the one that could change, of course, because this is the one I'm saying is me, but it could be someone that's like me or has these same things. So, from hyperuricemia, essential fructosia, caused from human brain. Now, these are 2 different things here. Let me put a comma there. Hyperuricemia, that's what it has, with the essential fructosia, caused from human brain and tongue, of being actually a Arabian gazelle type brain, mixed with September 27th through September 30th, 1950, this right here. If you go to iosweb.org and go to the International Organization for Succulent Plants Study, okay? The wheel for that, okay? Now, I didn't see that he ran that wheel. I just see that whatever that wheel entailed, like whatever they all, you know, their talks and stuff for this, it all rubbed off on him, okay? Like their talks, the essential nature of how the wheel went is how this brain is, okay? So, and this one has all teeth, talking as James D. Hall again, and human standing as creatures is what it is, and it has 8 so far, which are these right here. You know, so, but that one could change, of course, and not be me, so we'll just leave that as it is, but that's what I see. And, you know, I won't know till tomorrow or the next day or something what it really is, but, you know, that's how this stuff works. That's how I talk to God. But let me get these here. Wanted to make sure I do this because they've got, see all this here, you know. I don't want you to type it in and then not see what it is. And then this one, same thing. Okay. So that's who I'm talking about. And, you know, even with typing this in, it doesn't come up. It barely comes up. It's right there, but you'd have to dig for it. So that's what it is. And this relates to my last video. So thank you, teammates, and have a good night.